Rock steady. That's what I'm saying now. Let's show these kids exactly what it is, what it is, what it is. Tomato time. Yep. That's what we're doing today. Let's go. First, I gotta get some things moved out the way. How about that? Without spilling water all over myself. Yeah, some things came up, some things didn't, but it's okay. I planted more than enough. Look what I found. Squiggly wiggly. Don't go. Please don't go, girl. Worm. A nice one too. Nice strong one. I'm putting it in my potted plant though. Which one should I put you in? Right there. Go down there. There you go. That's where you belong, baby. It's hiding under the pot. Let's go and get some soil and get this thing party started, huh? So if you don't know, my name is Jamerica with Jamerica Life. I have a small homestead out in the woods, and I also have a property that is somewhat suburban. It used to be farmland out here, but it's becoming less and less farmland out here in Texas. A lot of people are moving to Texas, and it's becoming either city or suburbs. So wasn't like that when I moved out here, but that's okay. So we have tomatoes here, and I have just a bunch of mixed tomatoes out here. Just a bunch of mixed ones because I accidentally left and neglected some tomato plants that I had planted. So I planted some more. And I planted them around 2-3 weeks ago when I came home and discovered that my other ones were on their way out. So that's what we're gonna do. Most of them are cherry tomatoes. I got a couple of Roma tomatoes, but out here in Texas, I cannot do a lot of big tomatoes because it gets far too hot. And if I don't get a crop before, I say mid-June, if not early June, I'm not gonna get any. So I do what I can. Yes, I do. To get what I want. So here we go. Got the fertilizer out here. Let me move this out of the way so I can stop bending over. If he don't be quiet, I'm gonna go upside his head. He don't have a name. You know what that means, right? He's just a rooster. He's cute, but he ain't that cute to make me to annoy me. He want me to go in there and put some more feed in there. I gave them some scratch grain this morning, and I gave them some other things, but they're in front of the gate like they ain't hungry. I didn't put regular feed out there. Scratch grain is not exactly the same thing, but I gave them. Let me go and get them some feed before I have to go off. Y'all about to make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. I will go upside your head, boy. I will. All right, y'all. I gave him some food, so his attitude should be adjusted now. Move this up here. Get some of this fertilizer. Mix it in. Now we're gonna get this done real quick because it looked like it's gonna rain again. We needed that rain, man. Ooh, we need more of it. We really do. So this is 2 tomatoes, but I'm gonna do what they do at the nurseries. Just leave them together. 1 done. There's 2 pots though. I don't want to do that. Y'all hear the sirens? I hear them. Hopefully everybody's okay. Hope nobody sick or anything. It's not always fire. Sometimes people get sick. I'm just pushing them up and pulling them out. Man, I'm gonna do them separate. At least that one. It's another one down. Just make yourself comfortable and do what you got to do. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to sing. Just sing. Sing a song. Girl, you are getting in my way. Back to old habits. She's feeling better, I guess. I'm gonna do 2 pots because apparently I put 2 to 3 seeds per pot. There we go. I'm just taking my pinky finger, the smallest one I have, and pushing it up as much as I can. It's not coming completely out because it's wet, but I get most of the root. And there's 2 of them in here too. See that? Just pull them apart. Make a hole. Make sure you cover up all the root. Pinch it in. There we are. Oh, there was 3. These 2 are gonna stay together. And with tomatoes, you can bury them deep, because the little fuzzies on the side, they turn into roots if they get buried. So you don't have to be particularly worried about the stem being over buried and rotting off on you, unless you overwater it. Then I don't take that into account. Never overwater, but it develops roots on the stem, so you don't have to worry as much. I'm just taking my finger, poking it up, getting my work done, and I'm happy about it. And I'm just gonna pull them up, and I'm not getting all the root because I can hear it coming off, but I got most of the root. And with tomatoes, if you don't get more root, the deeper you bury it, most likely it will develop more roots. I pray. Maybe I should do them 2 at a time because they're not coming out of these little pod things. The next time I order trays like this, I'm going to get the silicone one where I could push it up, because these things are very rigid. I can't get them up. Can't get the plants up easy. This is organic not compost, fertilizer, so I'm not too worried about burning anything. So I'm being a little liberal with what I use. So using the chemical stuff all the directions. Don't just eyeball it like I'm doing these. So I'll pull this one up. See that? I can't get them up. Let me see if this will work. I did last time I had a knife out here with me, and that seemed to work. Okay, I got a little bit more from this one than I did the other ones. You see how the roots look. Okay, I got a lot more root. And I'm just pushing it down in there. I took the root off. Look at that. You gotta be so careful with these plants. I'm putting this with this one. I told you that sometimes it develops the roots, right? So I'm gonna put these 2 together, because that one broke off. All the roots broke off. And if it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, well, it feeds the other one. There's another one. Let's put this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing, huh? Okay. Get a couple more pots out. Okay. And try to get it up without losing root, girl. Let me go inside and get a knife, because I am getting a little upset about the way things are going. They're not coming out easy. This one did, but these 2 are strong. See that? But the little ones, they're ripping. The roots are ripping off. So there's another one right there. I'm still gonna have to go inside in a second though, once I get to the weaker ones. Some of them grow faster than others. I don't know if they're different types, because I mixed them all up. I didn't mark it. I just wrote tomatoes on there and cucumbers. I got home and I was a little distraught about all my work being undone. in the matter of a couple of days. But that's the way life goes. You can't get upset. You can't get too upset about everything. You just move on and become flexible. As a gardener, you need to be flexible anyway. Yes, we are planting things and we hope that things will turn out the way we want them to or better. But if they don't, you just do what you do in normal life. You can't be rigid about it. You just redo it. You'll get something. So these are all super small, right? So I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna get a plastic knife and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to put my dogs in. They were arguing. The neighbors' dogs were arguing together, and my dogs are way bigger than their dogs. Them little dogs, my dog do it too. My little one can't win. Just talk a whole bunch of smack. Okay, so I have this little butter knife, and it just came from one of the little packets when you go out to eat. Don't throw those out. Save them so you can scoop this stuff out. It'll help you. See that? My finger stuck. And scoop. There you go. Scooped it out. They were doing the gangster lean, so I'm gonna stand them up. They look strong. So you look at these roots. Their roots look good. Just stand them on up. See that? One by one. Get it done. I know there's a lot of people who think that the people who plant from seed aren't really doing it. We are really doing it. We are out there. Because I would certainly not be able to afford this many plants from seedling, or I wouldn't want to. It's just too much money. And I like to see seeds grow. I do. I find it exciting to see them come up out of the ground. I don't always get stuff. They don't always germinate, but most of the time they do. So I've learned to believe in the power of the seed. Let me get this little knife. I'm just taking the knife and going around like a cake and then scooping up like a spatula. There we are. These two are small, so I'm gonna leave them together. And just cover them and stand them up. There's a big old log in here. I gotta get rid of that. And just move it around. Break stuff up. It's amazing how this little tray can turn into so many plants. And you know, when you do stuff like this, you be like, wow, when we're paying, it just doesn't take that much. And we're paying so much for these seedlings. You're gonna see how quickly they grow. Give them 2 weeks and they'll be 3 times as big, most likely. And you're paying for that in the stores. So I would recommend that you at least try. If it don't work out, then go get your seedlings. And when I can't get something to grow, I'll go and get a seedling. I will go and get a seedling. And sometimes I pay, depending on what it is, sometimes I pay big time for them. But if I have trouble growing them, or if I run out of time and I need them, then I go ahead and get it. Go ahead and pay for it. But at least I try first. I don't enjoy giving away money. If you don't have the time though, or if you just don't feel, if it ain't in you to do this, it is better with things like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, something that's going to give you a whole bunch of fruit. Most likely, it's worth it buying the seedlings. Just make sure you fertilize them. I will fertilize. If I paid $6 for a seedling. I would fertilize the heck out of it so I get as many fruit as possible. I would. That thing would have to pay me because that's a lot of money for a seedling. But if you get some of the seedlings that I grow, like cherry tomatoes and aroma tomatoes, I get a bunch of them. I get a bunch of tomatoes off of there, at least $6 worth off of each plant. So depends on what you get. If you're getting a one of, I don't recommend you spending $6-7 for like a cabbage. Don't buy that for $5. Just go buy cabbage for $2. One that's in the supermarket already grown. But if you want to, you go ahead. You can't say it's organic because the seedlings have fertilizer in it, and most likely it's not organic unless you get them from and they specifically say it's organic. It's organic fertilizer in there. It's not going to be organic if you buy a seedling. Most likely it's just not. It's going to be synthetic fertilizer in there, which makes it not organic. You do, however, get the pleasure of saying you grew it. It's a starting point. And you get a head start on your garden if you don't have the room to do it. Or if you're just doing like 1 or 2 tomatoes or a couple of pepper plants in a pot. Yeah, it's worth it. It is definitely worth it. I've seen some people with so many peppers and tomatoes that it was ridiculous. I was one of them last year. But I have a tomato patch. I don't just plant one. You see how many I have so many. You see how many I have so far? What is it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. And I'm not done. I have a tomato patch. I still have tomatoes in the freezer though that I have to use. I didn't use them all yet. That's how many I got. They're not fresh. They're frozen, but they're there. I can make tomato sauce out of it. Here we are. Or add it to my tomato sauce, or add it to my lasagna. Give it that fresh taste. There we go. That's number 18. There's somebody who said, Jamaica, you and blah blah blah, y'all plant a lot of seeds. Yep. So it don't cost me nothing. Don't cost me nothing. And I can barter with these. I can't, in Texas, you can't sell plants without having a license, but you can barter with them. Barter with your neighbor and say, hey, I have these seedlings, what do you have? Because the same thing may have happened to them. Their tomato seedlings may have bit the dust too, and they didn't have time to recover. You never know. Sometimes when we harvest around here, we trade fruit. Like if I get a bunch of fruit from the fruit tree, I'll say, hey, you want some peaches or whatever, because I can't eat all that stuff. And then they'll give me something from their yard. So that's how we roll. And it's not quid pro quo. It's not that we give it to each other because we want something. We just do that because, that's the way we do things around here. Bartering used to be a way of life in the United States, but it's gone to the wayside because a lot of people don't do things for themselves. Everybody wants monetary money, and money is good, but sometimes you can get things that money can't buy, like fresh fruit that hasn't been sprayed, or eggs that went through the whatever they do with the eggs nowadays. Even they might not even be coming from a chicken. You don't know nowadays. It's really, really weird out there now. This is 3, so I have to separate them. Okay. There's one right there. I'll move them down a little bit. Oh, I lost it. See that? Let me go and see if I can find that plant. There it is. I found it. I found it. I found you. I didn't give up on you. Don't give up on mosquito. Something bite me. I don't give up. See? I value life, y'all. Put you right here. Sorry about that, tomato. I was trying to make more room, but ended up dropping you on the table. Let me get this out. So you get some more soil. I'm running out of soil, y'all. that quick. So I got 2 here, and they don't have a lot of root on it, so I'm gonna put these 2 in the same pot. They both make it, so be it. If they don't, well, I hope they both do. I ain't gonna even say if they don't. Move these up. There you are. See how quickly this table is blossoming? I gotta get a tray. Well, I have this tray here and I have that tray here. So that should be good. That should be good. Soil is nice and loose. That's what you want. Now when it go in the ground, it's not gonna be loose because we got nothing but clay. But it'll have a good start by then. It has fertilizer in it. And and it's gonna get taken care of for a little while before, in a couple, maybe a week or 2 before it goes in the ground. Maybe longer, depending on how the weather is. If I trust the weather, I'll put it in the ground. If it looks sketchy out here, I ain't putting them in the ground until I know, or till I feel like it's time. And right now I don't feel like it's time. Last night got a little chilly. Did this one get mixed up with a cucumber? It sure did. Yep. Look, they're both in the same pot, so I got to plant the cucumber too. There's this tomato right there, right? And here's the cucumber. Has to get planted. Oh boy, cucumber has a lot more roots on it than the tomato did. Be careful, Jamaica. That's a pretty cucumber plant right there. I always laugh when I see the seedlings at the store. I even laugh harder when I come home and see my seedlings. And I think to myself, there's another worm. I think to myself, my seedling looks better than theirs. See that? Put that in this pot. I think to myself, my seedlings look better than theirs. And it didn't cost me. Actually, it didn't cost me nothing because this is spent soil. This is soil from last year. I already had the pots. These are used pots. I use my stuff over and over again. And if I buy a seedling that has a decent pot, I keep it. Or if I buy a tree and it has a decent pot, I keep it. I don't throw that stuff out. Put it right over there in this shed. If it starts falling apart, then I'll take it out to the trash. But until then, nope. If I can find another use for it, or if I can use it one more time, that's exactly what I do. Pull this one out. This one has the big one and the small one. They both going in together though. And it has lemon. The lemon blossoms are falling down. I don't know how many lemons I'm gonna get. The wind has been knocking them off. I'll get some though. Some of them are still on there. I'm gonna get more this year than I got last year. I know that. All right, there's another one right there. Hey, we might get through the tomatoes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells left. Because these are not tomatoes. These are cucumbers. So I don't think I have enough soil in here though for five tomato plants. But I can go and get some more. There's some more soil over there. Just playing in the dirt. That's the name of the game. Somebody is coming up with a challenge and I can't wait. So there has been a lot of people lately talking about, you need to have a garden in order to survive. And y'all know how I feel about that, right? It's not just a garden that you're going to need to survive. You're going to need to do some other things. Like go to the supermarket. It'll supplement and it might save you some money because you got to fertilize this stuff. You have to Water. Water costs money. And if you're not doing your own compost, you got to pay for that. There's a lot of things, and your time is worth something, right? So it's not exactly free, unless, you know, it's free. I feel like it gives you freedom. You know, it makes me feel free, or it makes me feel closer to God when I interact with the soil. It does. I just love it. But I'm not gonna be able to survive off of this. However, because people have been saying, you know, you need to plant a garden to survive, it's supposed to be a challenge coming up. There was a gardener who tried to survive off his garden, and he had to barter with people for eggs and all kind of stuff, and because he didn't have enough protein. He admitted that it was very hard. And I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna say his name, right? Y'all look it up yourself. It was not easy, and I don't think he would recommend it to anybody after doing it. He looked like he lost a lot of weight during that challenge, a 30-day challenge. He had given himself 90 days to grow as much food as possible. And then all he could eat was his garden or the stuff that he bartered with from his garden. So he was bartering with people for eggs and all that stuff. And you could always tell when somebody is basic. And you know, there's going to be people. I don't believe everybody's gonna be truthful about it. I mean, there will be some people who's gonna really try it. Be careful though, especially if you have any health issues, because you're gonna miss some nutrients. Unless you have acres and acres. If you live on a farm, you know, that's different. If you're growing like me, I grow quail and I grow chicken here, but I use feed. They're not organically grown. I have to go and buy feed for them. So with this challenge, I don't think I'm gonna do it, because I don't like being hungry. I don't know. I'm gonna try just to support the people who are doing it if it happens. But yeah, 90 day. I don't know if it's gonna be eat from your garden for 10 days, and they want to know, it's to find out where your shortcomings are in your garden. Y'all gonna find out though. I know how it feels to be hungry. Or shoot, they used to give us those doggone MREs. People be talking about, oh, you can survive off of survival food. Let me tell you something about them MREs. You don't go to the bathroom with them things, they stop you up. You be constipated. So go ahead and eat those things. Full of salt. One MRE has enough calories for one day. One MRE, not 3, 1. But in a garden, you ain't gonna have that. And I don't enjoy it. I mean, I like potatoes, but I don't love potatoes. Hence the ones that are sprouting in my house right now that I'm gonna put in the ground. You gotta grow a lot of potatoes. You better grow a lot of potatoes. You're gonna need those. Yeah, survival. Garden survival. You can't wait. I just want to watch. I don't know if I'm gonna participate though. I don't know. I'm scared. I ain't no shame in my game. I already stated how I felt about it. People who have said that have never most likely, I can't guarantee it, but they most likely have never been in a situation where there's no food. I have more than once, unfortunately, knowing what it means like to just want a piece of hard candy to keep yourself afloat. And that's it. I used to carry cough drops just to keep myself afloat, because some of that stuff, we called it pogey bait. And I would say, well, I need this cough drop because I keep coughing, because I have allergies, and I do. But them cough drops have sugar in it. That's what I was using. Anyway, let's get some more soil. So I have 3 more pods with 3 more pods that I'm gonna up pot right now. The rest of them are not ready. I'm gonna leave them there. So I have more soil than I need. Uh-oh, I got water on me, and I know it's dirty water. Oh well. Put that over here. And This dog is right behind me, and I pray this chair don't tip or anything. I don't need no more vet bills. Miss Daisy. She's laying behind me. I can't even turn around sometimes for running into her. I don't know what this is, but something sprouted in the dirt. I'm sorry. Throw it over there. All right. So, here we go. So, back to what I was saying. So, that challenge is going to be interesting. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your garden where your mouth is, huh? You've been talking about survival, right? Survival garden. Oh, Lord. I didn't come up with the challenge. I didn't even think about that. I was like, that is genius. I had nothing to do with it. I ain't that, I ain't that petty. And it's all of us old folks. I'm old, okay? All of us old folks, bunch of old people fighting. Like a bunch of teenagers. Get over it, baby. Get over it. If they do it, I congratulate them. I'll be like, oh my goodness. Yes, if I believe them, that is. I ain't gonna accuse anybody of false flag, and I'll congratulate them, but God is watching you. Was it if I were you, I would say yes. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Maybe God is watching. God is always watching. You think you get away with stuff, you ain't. Even if nobody catches you and nobody knows, God is always watching. Get away from me, fly. Uh-oh. Stand up. Do. Stand up. Do. There we go, baby. All right. Get another pot. This is a little bit wetter because I poured some water in that one on the bottom of that thing. Found some more Jerusalem artichoke roots back down there. I thought I had another one, but I don't think I do. These don't have their secondary leaves on them. Should I plant my cucumbers too? Why not? Or some of them anyway. Why not? Just leave the ones that are small in here. Get all the big stuff out. Look at them cucumbers. Ooh, yeah. I know you happy. I was running out of room. I outgrew that place. There we go, one cucumber. Till I run out of soil, huh? How I got over. How did I make it over? You know my soul look back and wonder. How did I make it over? All right. Yes. There we go. Roots down and cover them up. There we go. Yes. Yes, sir. Yep. Get them up. Look at that. Amazing. There's 3 tomato plants. Tomatoes. Cucumber plants. Done. I get some more. All right. Here we go. Got another one right there. I'm just pulling them up one by one. Oh, there's a pot right there. You know, when I was a kid, I got in trouble for sucking my teeth. Here's another worm. What's left of it? Oh, it's still left. Cover it up. There we go. Do I have any more big ones? This one was coming out, so I better do that one. Yeah, it was coming out of the soil, so I'll do this one. You know, small. Alrighty. There we go. All done. That is all done. So I'm gonna put them in another tray because I've already put these in trays off camera. I just have to find a tray, huh? I'll find one. Give me a minute. All right, y'all. So we still got some plants in there, but we definitely got a whole heap of plants done. Yes, we did. And I'm so grateful that I am able to do this and that things are turning out well right now, because it don't have to always be that way. I appreciate everything that I'm allowed to do. Yeah, I'm still moving plants, y'all. I got almost 3 trays of plants from that little thing, and it ain't done. See, there's way more. Oh, I did get 3 trays of plants. Wow. So I still got a whole bunch left of that I'm gonna let sit until they get bigger. Get some of these blossoms off of here. See that? That's a lot, believe it or not. We're gonna put those right here in the shady part so they can grow. Let me show you what we've done today. These are tomatoes and cucumbers. I didn't intend on doing the cucumbers today, but that's the way things worked out. And I'm not upset about it. So I have to water these in. So what you think you can't do, just try it. Because you can and will. As long as you try, you'll get something. You just have to believe. Have the faith of a mustard seed. This is Jamarica with Jamarica Life. I thank every one of you guys for being with me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. This is the planting of the tomatoes and the cucumbers. Bye, y'all.